Hello. Thank you all for coming. We're really excited. It's a good turnout. We are just going to introduce you to the choirs that are singing here today. My name is Olivia Irwin, and I am the president of the wonderful College of St. Benedict's Women's Choir. They're right there. Hi, guys. Okay, yeah, they gave me a mic. That was maybe not a good idea. So, fun fact about St. Ben's Women's Choir is we have a concert tomorrow. So all of you St. Benedict's, St. John's people who need an FAE, it's at 2 o'clock, Sacred Heart Chapel. So, yay!
Thanks. Hi, everybody. My name's Cassidy Jane, and I'm a senior from the College of St. Scholastica, and I'm representing Bella Voce, which is our select women's chorus. Bella, would you wave? We meet twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and on behalf of St. Scholastica and our choir, we want to extend a thank you to St. Ben's and Anna Marie's Alliance for collaborating with us in this event. We're very excited to be here. It's our second time. We're glad there's even more people, even more women willing to sing. So thank you again for coming today.
Hello, I'm Michelle Miller. I'm a sophomore at the University of St. Thomas, and I'm also president of Done Unite. Fun fact about my beautiful choir sitting down there is that we recently changed our name. So we used to be UST Women's Choir, but together we decided upon, not this name, I'm not wearing the shirt anymore, Done Unite, which is Italian for United Women, which I think fantastically represents the choir we are and wish to become. Thank you for being here today. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I'm a senior at St. Cloud State University, and I am the president of the SCSU Women's Choir. Ladies? Oh, hey, look, there they are. And we are a choir that is open, non-auditioned for any female students who are students on our SCSU campus. And I suppose the coolest thing that we've got coming up, we'll put a selfish plug in for a concert that we have coming up in 2 weeks on the 28th. It's called Her Story, Her Song, where we do kind of something similar where we find a community partner, a group in need that focuses on women and children specifically. And this year we are partnering with Domus Transitional Housing for women and children. So if you guys are around, come on out for that.
Hello, my name is Marissa Stain. I'm a junior at the University of Northwestern St. Paul studying music. And I'm a section leader of the lovely Northwestern Women's Chorale, which is right there in the front. And we are led by the lovely and musical brilliant Mrs. Trump. So I had to get that little brownie point in there. So, we rehearse twice a week at 3:10 to 4:30, and if you're late, you're in trouble. So I've just really enjoyed being part of this choir. We have a homecoming concert on the 27th. That's a Monday night, and we will be doing a duo with our women's chorale, and then the men's chorus. So I just really love being a part of the choir and the community that we have. We can share the good, the bad, and the ugly with each other, because it's kind of that liberating fact when you're all females together in a choir. But also to share with each other what's going on in our lives and in our spiritual walk or in our faith in Christ. So I really enjoy being part of the choir, and thank you again for coming for this event. So.
Good afternoon. My name is Susan Cogdill, and I have the pleasure and privilege of working with St. Benedict's Women's Choir. As our next ensemble gets prepared to reshape themselves to sing for you, I just wanted to welcome you again and just to give you a little insight about how this project came together. Professor Amundsen, last year we were talking about the opportunity to get our women's together to collaborate in some way. And he found out about a women's shelter in Duluth called Safe Haven. And he said, hey, how about we do a collaborative concert and raise awareness for domestic abuse. And Stephanie Trump of Northwestern, we were all invited to travel to Duluth last year. And we have been worked on for a whole semester songs that reflected a certain theme, as you can read in your program, to help raise some insight to the issues that impact families. And it was such a profound singing experience, I believe, for all of us, that we thought, what if we did this again and just kept this event growing? And so we are delighted to be able to host it this year at St. Ben's. We're very fortunate that we have 2 additional choirs, St. Thomas and also St. Cloud State University. And we hope that this is something that will continue to have some life, because it's as we'll find out later on, just an issue that affects humanity. And it's been a thrill to have all of these beautiful women coming together to enjoy the music and to make beautiful music. And may I introduce to you now St. Scholastica. Greetings again. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you two of our guest presenters this evening. The first is Charles Hempeck, who is the Executive Director of Anna Marie's Alliance, to share some important information about the shelter itself. And then we have Kim Salitras, who is here to share a personal story or two.
Thank you, Susan. First, I'd like to begin by saying thank you to Susan Cogdale of the College of St. Benedict's and her team of volunteer students for putting this together. Can we give them a round of applause? And I'm here to speak a little bit about Anna Marie's and what we do. But before that, I want to share a little factoid about me, is that I'm a graduate of St. Cloud State University, where I was a major in music with a vocal emphasis, and so which makes a lot of sense if you have a career path of going to be an executive director of a nonprofit organization. So we have, but it's really inspiring to be here and hear all the powerful voices here tonight, and then after I'm done speaking, you'll hear another powerful voice with Kim. But Anna Marie's Alliance has been providing services to women and children in central Minnesota for over 36 years. And it's been a really an honor for me to be working there the past year and a half. And last year, we provided services, safe shelter, to 244 women and to 218 children. And during that same time, we provided additional services to 1,800 non-residents or women and children who didn't need to stay at the shelter at that time. And while those numbers are impressive by themselves, what's even more impressive to me is that 94% of the women who stayed at the shelter left knowing of more resources that they could access in the community. An additional 92% had a safety plan for keeping themselves safer when they're in relationships. And so beyond working at the shelter that we provide, we go into schools and provide education work with students, and we are in the community doing outreach to businesses, community groups, and other and health fairs. And we bring early childhood experts into the shelter to work with the children who have experienced trauma in their lives. And oftentimes people say to me, how do we do this work? That it can often be challenging. And there are two things that inspire me to do this work. One is the support that we get from the community, such as events like this. And we couldn't do the work that we do without the support of the community and people like you. So thank you for being here to enjoy the music and also support Anna Marie's Alliance. And the second thing that inspires me is hearing the stories from the women who have survived domestic violence. And so it's my privilege to introduce Kim Salitras to share her story and inspire other people. Thank you.
I'm quite a bit shorter than Charles. Of course, I think most everybody is. It's been many years since I left my last abusive relationship, but I remember the beatings like they happened yesterday. As a matter of fact, when I'm asked to share my story, I mentally have to go back there. So if you notice my hands shaking, it's because I have to go back there in order to explain it to you, and that's okay. I need you to be able to put a face to a woman who has been physically, sexually, and emotionally abused. This is part of who I am. I'm a survivor. I met Mike about a year after I graduated from high school. He was older than I, successful businessman, charming, and his family was known in the community. He told me I was beautiful, that I was smart, and he wanted to teach me to be successful. He did take a lot of time teaching me things about business, about computers, and things I would have never have tried. He even took time to teach me how to drive semi-tractor trailer and a forklift. We traveled, he bought me nice things, and treated me as I had never been treated before. I moved in with him, worked for his family business, and cared for his 2 children when they came to stay with us. I believed that life was great. The first time Mike hit me, we were on a business trip. I had noticed he was getting a little short with me in the days leading up to the trip, but I just kind of figured he was stressed with work. So we were in our room at the resort and we started to unpack. And the next thing I remember hearing is Mike screaming something about that I didn't pack his dress socks, and wham! He hits me right in the face. I was in shock. I was scared. I didn't know what just happened. I ran out. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was going to do. All I knew is that he hit me when he loved me. Mike found me walking down the road. He rolled down the window. He was crying. He said, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It'll never happen again." But it did. Over the next few years, he shoved my head onto the stick shift knob of my truck because I didn't buy a replacement home phone. My ear still rings to this day. He slammed my head and face into a sliding glass door for not cleaning it properly, and then pushed my face into the carpet, saying I hadn't vacuumed it good enough. He called me names that I cannot repeat, and used my face as a punching bag more times than I can count. Oh, there were times I'd leave him. But Mike would talk me into coming back by telling me how sorry he was, how proud he was of me, and how important I was in his life, things I had never heard growing up. Once I even went to a battered women's support group where I was told by a staff member, "You're not ready to leave yet." I was appalled. I left that meeting. I put a load of laundry in the dryer. I went and cried on the bed and prayed for God to take me away when the buzzer went off. What few friends and family members I had left, because Mike had me so isolated, kept trying to get me to leave Mike for good. I finally left on May 15th, and I cried all the way. As much as I knew that Mike was abusive and wouldn't stop, I felt this sick sense of comfort. I knew where my shoes were kept. I knew where my toothbrush was. There was comfort in the day-to-day life. And now everything I had was in my car, and I was scared of my future. I'm not sure what was worse, living with him for so long or leaving him to move back with my parents. You see, my mom was my first abuser. She sexually abused me by forcing me multiple times to have sex with my high school boyfriend. So when I moved home, she didn't want to hear about any of the abuse. She didn't want to hear anything about Mike. So I was alone to deal with my mixed feelings of staying or leaving, my guilt, my shame, and my pain. I felt like I deserved it all. The beatings, the name-calling, the rapes, and the disgust I heard in the voices of people whom I thought loved me. I remember seeing a story on Whitney Houston's song, "Greatest Love of All." It was a song about learning to love yourself. And I sat in my room and I listened to the song over and over and over again. I was like the little engine that could. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Over the years, I worked hard to rebuild myself from the ground up. I went through counseling. I went from hurt to anger to entitlement to forgiveness to being able to give with compassion and love. I learned that what I was looking for in others to give me, love, support, pride, confidence, and acceptance, could be found within me. I couldn't quite grasp the idea of loving myself at that time, but I started treating myself how I would treat my best friend, and telling myself what I would tell a friend going through the same thing. The result is still a work in progress. Life is, after all, a journey. I wouldn't wish my journey on anyone, but I wouldn't trade it for anything either. I'm blessed. Blessed with my loving, supportive husband of over 20 years, and healthy relationships with my family and friends. I'm currently a junior at St. Cloud State University majoring in communication studies. And I'm celebrating 13 years with Anna Marie's Alliance. 5 years as a volunteer, over 8 years as an advocate, and last fall I was promoted to volunteer coordinator. Anna Marie's Alliance gives women hope that life can be different, a vision of what life could be and new tools for making changes in their lives. We bring support and connection and understanding that life is about connections and finding support and affirmation through community agencies and systems. And we give women a greater sense of self by having faith in their ability to make changes in their lives and to be more in touch with their own power. On behalf of myself and all of us at Anna Marie's Alliance, I truly want to thank you so much for taking part in this very special event. Thank you.
just wanted to thank you again. So excited about this final song that Brett will introduce. But at the end of the show, I have 2 invitations for you. The ushers will be waiting in the hallways heading out. If you feel so inclined to make an extra donation for Anna Marie's Alliance, we will be taking donations afterwards. And then we also have a reception afterwards, and we would love to, when the choir is finished, ladies, just go ahead and head towards the cookies. And we'd love to welcome you, to greet, talk to you, just have some fellowship and kind of debrief the experience that we've all had.
And on behalf of all of the conductors and the choirs, we want to thank you for being here today. And we want to dedicate this last song to all victims of domestic abuse and sexual abuse, Anna Marie's Alliance. This last piece is called Still I Rise.